suck shit, it ain't no fun, no, but ain't no fun without a little bit of
Answer.
I think that means that we're live.
We're in the industry now, baby.
We got hand signals.
Well, John, the game just changed up a little bit, dude.
Yeah.
The game just changed up. Now, we might have just fucked that up right there, but that's neither here nor there.
Watching
dude.
the two of us botch the easiest part of the assignment. And for the listener, we got cameras.
Cammy boys.
We got some cameras. And you're probably already turning off the podcast and turning on YouTube because, Matt, your new project is you're going to manage the YouTube channel.
Yep, dude, you send me the video, I'll go like this. Beep, bop, ba-da-doo, bop, bop. Get it all on YouTube. I know how to do exactly that. I upload YouTube videos all the time, so I can take care of that part.
All the time?
I upload videos. I did it once in the past 3 years. It was harder than I thought it would be.
It took me a month and a half.
I uploaded it, and then everybody made fun of the title that I gave the YouTube video because I wrote Matt People's Short Snippet, which is the worst stand-up title you can give any video. Nobody's ever browsing YouTube like, fuck, I can't find any short snippets. Speaking of short snippets, you saw Brad Williams this weekend.
I was going to say.
That's a
I
good
think that
thought.
was his second album. I feel like there's definitely a grandmom out there that, like, after she just got done Googling trousers and slacks, was like, all right, I'm ready for some snippets.
Well, I look cute in the thumbnail. I did get a nice, cute, professionally taken
Cute
pic.
redhead snippets.
Who loves cute redheaded little boys more than grandmas?
I don't know. I think we should just fuck calling them reels. I'm calling them snippets from now on.
They're straight snippets, dude.
It's
That'll
a
be
handsome
something-
idiot snippet. Every reel we put out from now on.
Well, they have Instagram, whatever reels, Facebook. What is Facebook called, the little videos?
I don't know. Facebook, I don't know.
Well, then when MySpace makes its glorious return, that'll be fucking MySpace snippets, dude.
And YouTube has shorts now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do have that. Brendan Donegan uploads a lot of shorts, which makes complete sense.
I've been getting lost in the shorts rabbit hole, but my shorts, because my algorithm is like 1/3 comedy, 1/3 running and baseball, and then 1/3 kid shows.
Yeah.
So now my algorithm is just so fucked. It's all over the place. So like my shorts will be like a sweet home run from the night before, a like terrible dick joke from some comic, and then a quick 30-second Minnie Mouse episode.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well, it's actually kind of funny. I got a test today from the lady. She was like, "Oh, I saw TikTok. If you go through 10 TikToks, if there's a girl in any of them, you're an idiot perv." So she's like, "Go on your album. Let's see." And I was like, "I don't have ladies shaking their big boots and bouncing butts."
that's not fair.
Well,
'Cause
I went 10 deep, didn't
Yeah.
find a single boob and butt. I went 30 to 40
Hey,
deep.
give me one of these.
30 to 40 deep.
Wow.
And I'm starting to be like, am I a bitch? Am I the bitch of all bitches?
It went from I'm going to prove my girl wrong to, oh my God, she thinks I'm gay.
Well, then I'm holding my phone, because, TikTok listens to you. I'm holding my phone. I'm like, hot, sexy, beautiful women, hot, sexy, beautiful girls. I was like, I need something. I look like a fool.
boobs, 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 boobs.
Boobs, butts, boobs, butts. I got nothing.
No, I was going to say it's not your fault, but it's not your fault. The algorithm has got to chill.
Yeah.
Instagram has got to stop. Like, I literally just follow comedy and baseball and, like, funny, weird stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, hey, what do you think about this Brazilian supermodel just shooting free throws?
Yeah.
Like in a bikini. I'm like, why? I didn't want that. Now, now my brain's thinking about that. That's not fair.
And just let me know where you found that. I want to make
And
block
it's
it
like,
and
and
never
like
find
where,
that crap.
what did it look? I need to know just to.
Yeah, I want to
Get
never
it
even
off
see
my
if I
algorithm.
ever see that thing 3 times, I'll be pissed.
Ari Shaffir always talks about he reset his algorithm. He did nothing, but the only thing he did.
He moved to China. That's
He
how he
moved to
reset it.
China. Got a flip phone.
Yeah.
But no, he would only YouTube search puppies. Every morning he would get up, YouTube search puppies. In the afternoon he would look up puppy videos, and at night. And he said finally, he's like, eventually it just churned enough.
Yeah.
My algorithm like started just giving me just puppy videos.
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, that's a pretty sweet way to go about it.
I used to reset the algorithm in my mind when I'd watch a couple live leak videos.
It sounds.
You watch a couple of videos of the T-Band taking care of business. You're like, I got to
Reset
unwind.
the algorithm sounds like a screamo band.
Yeah, dude. I just pulled up seals playing with balls in aquariums,
Hey,
and I was like, I got to
We're
fucking...
reset the algorithm with our first song, YouTube Wormhole.
This one's a short snippet from our new album. That's junk, dude.
Snippets. I've been getting deep into snippets lately.
Yeah, dude. I get
Snippets
deep.
sounds like a good snack name too.
Snippet Knot. Yeah, they're a great band.
Slightly almost racist.
Yeah.
I think it's whenever there's 2 letters next to each other, it looks racist, the word, because it reminds you of the N-word, I think.
Okay. Well, I feel like...
Is that just my brain?
I think
All
it's just your brain, and I think that's junk talk, dude.
All right.
We would be remiss though if we didn't bring up shout out to the dog Jay.
Yeah.
Fucking putting this thing
Dude,
together,
we got
dude.
cameras now.
He's behind there. Jay, pull that up for us, will you? That's a fun thing I always wanted to
Oh
say.
yeah,
on
you're
a
our new
podcast.
Jamie.
Yeah, dude.
You're our gamey.
He got us our cami boys. He got us a
Yes.
soundboard. He gave us mics to hold because he said, "You guys look like damn fools with the arms
Yeah.
and the mics."
True. We don't have to sit here and wait for a laptop to maybe work
Maybe
for
work.
45 minutes. And then halfway through an episode where we're just cooking,
Yeah.
we get an error message on the laptop that says disk spinning too slow.
Spins,
Still
dude.
don't know what it means. Didn't know there was disks in computers still.
Just so many the middle of decent conversations that just go shit.
Damn it. Or it's better when it's like the middle of the conversation. I'm like, wait, I think no.
Oh,
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay, say that
what
again.
What were we talking about? Yeah, repeat everything you just
Say
said.
that one thing more time, dude. No, it's good. I'm happy to do the pod. This has been a lazy Sunday. Dude, I went and saw, I don't want to jump into this too quick, but I'm going to get right
Jump
into it.
in.
I saw a film today, this very Sunday,
Today.
on October 2nd, the year of our Lord, and it's Smile.
Smile.
You heard of it? No, I'm not asking you to do
Oh.
that crap.
No, I did hear of it. I saw one trailer.
Dude,
By
I mean,
accident.
the most infuriating film of all time. It's one of those ones where it's like, you're not doing anything. It's like, let's go see a movie, head over there. It's one of those movies also you walk in behind a group of like the most annoying looking 17-year-olds. There's no other kind, but you walk
Yeah.
in and you're like, these people are going to be an issue throughout the film.
Yeah.
So you go in there, the group of high school kids, that sucks. The movie comes on. The movie is abhorrently bad. I mean, just like
Good word,
Kevin
'cause I
Bacon.
know what that
Thanks,
means.
dude. I googled it for
What
the
is
podcast.
it? And that's abhorrently, isn't that how
I think it's
spelled?
abhorrently.
Abhorrently, okay.
Abhorrently.
Add that to the thesaurus we're putting out.
Thesaurus Rex, yeah.
Yeah.
I sit down in the movie. You know how I get.
You do sit.
That's how you start
Yeah,
every
you've
story.
never once stood in
Bro,
a movie.
Kevin Bacon's daughter is the protagonist. His daughter's got to look less like Kevin Bacon because there's so many close-ups because she's like, "Ooh, I'm scared," and it's a smile. So they have, the movie's about people smiling and being creepy. So there's a lot of face close-ups, and it takes you out of it just how much a woman looks like Kevin Bacon. It looks
Yeah.
like a deep fake.
Does she look like now Kevin Bacon or
Yes,
like 80s
she looks
hot
rough.
Kevin Bacon?
She looks rough.
Because he is, I mean, he's aged well, but he's
Yeah.
got a very angular old guy face.
And so does she. She's got
Yeah,
a very.
she's nothing but angles.
Nah, dude. Kevin Beasley makes
She's
some
sharp broad.
Makes them. The apple did not fall far from the bacon.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, but the movie's it's about like they try to just do like a lot of like allusions to mental health because it's just, and then it's like the way
Scary
you
movies
pass
can't
it.
just be scary movies anymore.
No, it's got to have a fucking angle, which is
But
fine.
then-
Do your thing.
Some do kill it. We talked about it last episode. Like Hereditary kind of
that's
tackled like angles and issues and stuff, and it was
Yeah.
awesome.
But that's the film of all films, dude.
Yeah, I think I do need to force myself to watch it again. I listened to that and how much of a pussy I am, and then I was like, no, I've been a big boy lately. I've been watching some movies. We might watch Hocus Pocus too
Okay,
this
dude.
week. So, but no, I don't know. I watched something. I don't know. I watched a horror movie during the day in the summer. So I was like, this almost doesn't even count.
It's weird, yeah.
watching a horror movie. Like it's got to be at night. It's got to be a little eerie out. It can't be like you just came in from being at the pool all day. And
Yeah,
you're like,
it's like when you catch your friend's mom getting undressed in 2004. Like you don't expect it, but it just kind of happens and changes your life up.
first time we get a camera on us, and I've twice now spilled water on myself.
Yeah, dude, I'm full of spit takes. But let me tell you this: it wasn't even so the movie sucked. Case in point, not a lot to it. The kid, dude. I'm sitting next to a girl. She's with her two friends.
Spoil it for me. Is it literally just there's a demon that makes you smile?
There's a demon that you pass it on by killing yourself in front of somebody to give them trauma. The demon moves along through trauma. And the only way to get rid of the demon is if you deal with the unresolved trauma.
Also, the demon is trans.
The demon is trans. Yeah,
He's
dude.
mid-trans.
Yeah, the demon's name is Queef. And so the movie sucks, but this girl sitting next to me, there's two 17-year-old girls. They're just talking the entire movie. It gets to a point where she's coming up with noises to make throughout the movie that
Any cool noises?
So the one she starts to run out because the first talking doesn't go as well for her. She's over that one. At one point, I couldn't tell what she was doing, but this is what I heard throughout. She would eat popcorn, have little salt and butter on her fingers, and then and I tried to figure out how I would suck my own fingers.
Yeah.
And I would go like this, quiet as hell.
I never realized how quiet a finger could be sucked until right now.
Like there's not a salt, not a butter left on those
Yeah,
tips.
she's really selling it.
Oh, I was furious.
Was she trying to show off for any young gentlemen in the crowd?
Well, then at one point she just starts singing TikTok songs. I swear to God, I couldn't believe it. She started like twisting the ice around in her cup and going like.
Well, now also this also is kind of on you guys for being almost in your 30s and going to a movie on a Saturday night.
This is today. I went on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh, no, you went on a rainy Sunday. That's when teens Teens just shine at the movies on a rainy Sunday.
I thought they were dealing with, fentanyl or things like that.
Yeah.
But no.
Where do you think they're getting the fentanyl?
And then there's one kid in the back who just kept going, spooky. And dude, bro, don't laugh at it. Don't laugh at it, dude. That made me irate.
That's great.
No, dude, I was
love
angry.
when a movie sucks, dude, it's free reign. If
No.
20 minutes in,
No, but people were into it.
Everyone just kind of, people were into it, but it sucked?
Yeah, because people are dumb as hell.
See? Well, that's, again, you're seeing a TikTok kid movie.
It got good reviews. It got like a festival.
You got great reviews on TikTok.
True, good point. Well, it was a good snippet. And the kid was yelling from the back. And I was annoying me because the first time he said it, he got no laughs from it. So I'm like, you fucking loser, idiot, 16-year-old literal kid. And then
You would never last on a stage.
yeah, you couldn't do what I do, dude. So then he gets a nice quiet moment
You
after a
couldn't
scary
do my
part.
hobby.
Yeah, you couldn't do, which takes up what I lose money on. He fucking does it once when it goes perfectly quiet. It's pretty good timing, and he kind of kills a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna leave the theater right now.
And it was like after he had done it like 7 times.
Well, with that kid killing it, then I got old finger sucker McGee right next
Yeah.
to me, and then the audience that he's making laugh is right in front of me. It was a brutal one.
I haven't been to the movies since the pandemic.
You're missing out.
The last movie I went to was 1917, right before the pandemic.
Good movie.
And I'm glad because that was like a movie you needed to see in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was very dark in parts, like literally the lighting of it.
Yeah.
I always hate that when it's like Zero Dark 30.
Yeah.
Incredible movie, but you can never watch it unless you have the best like audio visual setup. Like Jay's probably got a sick setup. They can watch. Yeah. He's at least watching 14 or 15 Dark 30.
It's like if you're watching the podcast right now on YouTube, it's kind of
Yeah.
like being in the theater, dude.
But
in
when
the
it's
theater
like,
of your mind.
Did you ever try to watch Zero Dark 30? Well, you don't watch movies, but Zero Dark 30, like even at home in the darkest setting, it's still the lighting of it is too dark.
I've never
'Cause
seen
the whole movie's shot with people in night vision goggles, but they don't show you like your perspective is not night vision. It's just
Okay.
watching them operate with like sick headgear on.
Is that the one with the guy from The Office?
Dwight? No.
Yeah,
No.
it's the one-
No, isn't that Jack Reacher?
Oh yeah, dude. I don't like that they made him an action figure guy, but that's
Yeah, it was weird. I think they nailed it with Chris Pratt, and they were like, all right, who can we do this with again? Because Chris Pratt was like the goofball, lovable guy.
Yeah.
And then they made him Star-Lord, and then they put him in Jurassic Park, and they were like, shit, people like him. Like, he's a hunk.
dude.
Now.
Him in Jurassic Park. His audition was they're like, can you just do this? And
Yeah.
walk slowly towards something. Which, by the way, Jurassic Park is just there's only 3 scenes in Jurassic Park. It's that scene, and then it's that they're hiding inside of a shack. They're being very quiet. The thing sticks its head inside of the shack and then goes around and looks and sniffs.
Yeah.
And then they pull the head out, and then everybody relaxes for a second, and then
Yeah.
the thing gets crushed. That's
And-
most of the movie.
Well, that's all the Jurassic Park movies.
That's exactly what
And
I'm saying.
then there's that one scene when the raptor looks through the window. They've recreated that somehow in
Yeah.
every other Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It's just like a Tyrannosaurus Rex walking by a building. It's like 40 stories up, and he's like, oh? Like, I don't think a dinosaur is going to also be a goofball.
No, I don't think they goof around as much as you would like them
I'm
to.
going to have a goofball dinosaur. We decided for Halloween, our baby, I can't even say baby anymore. She's going to be 2 this week. Isn't that insane? She's going to be a dinosaur, and I'm going to be Alan Grant from the first Jurassic Park. And my wife's going to be what's her name's character?
Jeff
is.
Goldblum?
Yeah, my wife's going to be Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I thought about that. I was like, this would be great. This would be the only time where a throuple would really pay off is
Yeah.
for a family costume.
That's
we
a-
need a Goldblum. Like,
That's a weird way to be like, this is the one time I'll
we
let
got
somebody
into
make love to
threesomes just for the costume.
just for the costume, just to get Bloom involved. And Jeff
Actually, no.
Goldblum
I'd
would.
rather get a Newman. get
from
whatever
the
Newman's
curly-haired dude.
real name is. What
Yeah.
is Newman's real name?
I don't know. I don't even know. Is he dead?
No, he had. I think he didn't get canceled, but he had something.
Just getting too much puss.
And I think he just came out and was like, I mean, what did Kramer say that was so bad on stage? What
Yeah,
did Michael
come on.
Richards
Yeah, at
say?
a point, That's crazy. I still can't believe that happened. Unbelievable, dude. Took your act right out of your hands. This is bullshit.
Kidding me? That's why I got into comedy. I saw that and I was like, he can do that?
I can do that, dude.
It is. Have you listened to it?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It really does get to the point where like, and you look at it now as a comedian and you're like, man, how do you just not have any awareness?
Yeah. That's drugs. That's got to be drugs.
I think it's also just like a mental breakdown, like in the midst of
Yeah, but I
Probably got smiled at from that trauma movie.
Oh, dude, it was so annoying. Just Kevin Bacon's daughter's dumb fit. Just be like, whoa, I'm a little scared of all this. And like, shut up, lady.
It really is. Every movie now is like, well, I mean, I guess there's always like a feeling, but I just feel like back in the day, I was a pussy with scary movies, but
Yeah.
I feel like slasher movies had it figured out.
Yeah.
They were awesome, right?
It
Were
gets
you
the
a fan?
job
Like when
done.
you were little, did you watch a lot of slasher films?
Like, like what's the big one? Fucking.
Friday the 13th, Halloween.
Yeah. But then even like the newer age, like early 2000s one. What was the name? Jeepers Creepers?
That's a good one. That's a little different though, because that was more like a.
People getting slashed.
But you don't see the creature. Like that was like a more psychological than, like some of the Freddy and Jason movies were literally just like, here's
Yeah.
a psychopath and he has a machete.
People getting crunched and munched, dude.
Go. Like that was the script. They're like, I don't know, just show up at a lake and hit record.
Yeah, but
Like,
now if they made it now, I'd be like, what if Freddy Krueger had anxiety? That was in the
Yeah.
entire movie.
Yeah, Freddy. Yeah, he saw his uncle almost die.
Yeah.
and it fucked him up. And
It was the
and
mental
PTSD.
strain he has to deal with from his acne that he has.
Yeah.
That was what the entire film was.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Those are all pock marks.
Yeah, dude, he looks brutal.
Turns out they're all lesions. He's
Well-
has AIDS.
That's crap, dude.
I think the guy that played Freddy Krueger was gay.
Really?
I think
Jeffrey
I don't know.
Dahmer? Jeffrey Dahmskis?
Jeffrey Dahmer played Freddy Krueger. All right, Jeff, we're gonna let you out, but only if you can play this really creepy character.
All right, I'm gonna visit in your dreams. Probably munch you up a little bit. Look, they gave me these crazy scissor hands. Jeffrey Dahmer sounds like the guy on the Wildwood Boardwalk who talks about water ice the whole time. Hey, come on down. We dipped all types of flavors.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
What, cherry, vanilla. Do you ever heard this guy?
I do know what you're talking about.
That's why they
yes.
hire foreign women who can't understand what he's saying, so it just sounds like somebody going, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
Just give me the white and orange twist. You know it's what I'm gonna get. It's
Yeah.
Corbros. It's on your logo.
Yeah, that woman's from like fucking Eastern. She's been listening to Bombshells hit her
Please
roof.
don't-
She's like, I can
don't
listen
let-
to this guy talk for a little bit, dude.
Please don't let them send me back.
Oh, I can't go back. I listen to his voice.
That is hilarious, dude, to know that there's just a bunch of people that their idea of living the dream is leaving their country and coming to Wildwood.
Yeah, to watch
to
kids.
sell you melted ice cream.
Yeah, dude. Somebody just
And just to get fingered by whoever runs the roller coaster.
just a girl who every male in her family was died by war, and she's just watching kids do bumper cars.
But then after the summer, they just have to go
Just
back.
go back, dude.
It was the most beautiful place I've ever seen. They had 3 roller coasters.
You have to hold the squirt gun on the whole time. It's very hard.
You know, the basketball's actually same size as hoop. That's why you don't always make it and win the teddy bear.
Oh God! I was thinking. I was in Wildwood not too long ago, and I was just watching. They all look so bummed, though. So bummed.
Yeah, well, they're from Russia. They're
Yeah.
just sad.
And then you got to watch fat kids.
Dude,
go
I
down
remember
water slides.
when I was a kid, my godmom, who was like my mom's best friend, shout out Penny. She
rescinded, not shouting her out.
No, Penny's a saint. They did an foreign exchange student, and they had a Russian like family stay with them.
Yeah.
They thought they were getting like one person, and they literally got like an aunt, her cousin, and then like 2 other people.
Oh, my God.
Stay with them. I guess those like organizations just take advantage of whoever says yes.
Yeah.
And I remember they came down the shore, and they ended up like meeting up with another bunch of like Russians that came over as an exchange student thing, and they had never seen the ocean before.
Oh, wow.
So I got to witness them like see the and one of the girls was like the same age as me. I was probably like 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
Instant crush on her. I
Sure.
was just like, we don't. It was a beautiful story. Neither of us spoke the language, but we both spoke the language of love.
Yeah.
And confused horniness.
And fried Oreos.
She's like, well, my parts make noises when you're around me.
I couldn't agree more there.
But getting to witness them like experience the ocean for the first time was amazing. They're just like in jeans and like button up
dude.
shirts, and they're just running in knee deep, and they're like, I'm doing it.
Dude, how much do foreign people love being poorly dressed for the wrong occasion?
I don't think anyone that has come to another country checks the weather ever.
Dude, they're just like, it doesn't matter the weather, loafers, skinny jeans, an Adidas t-shirt, and a scarf.
Dude,
Let's
I saw
do
a
it.
guy. Now that you say this, I was running the other day. I saw a dude. He might have been foreign. I don't know. Just running in like a button up and like a wool button up.
Yeah.
And gym shorts.
Yep.
So like he had the gym shorts. So he went to Target and at least was like, well, I'll get these.
Yeah.
And then put on just like his, like the flannel you had on earlier.
Yeah.
And running shoes and was just out running.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, I was like, Am I the one? Is this just weird to me?
Yo, dude, I mean-
Meanwhile, I'm all geared up like a nerd because I spend my money on running shit now. I'm like,
Yeah.
it looks like a Nike sponsored athlete shirt and like cool running hat. Like,
Well, that's because they have like backwards stances of what they call things gay over there. Like if they say you like running in like athletic shorts and like a
Yeah.
tank top, like their dad will be like, "You're gay."
You're
They're like,
gay.
"Put your scarf on like a man."
you know, we wear burlap like men.
Burlap's the kid's name too.
That was why the U.S. beat the Russian hockey team. Their jerseys just were too heavy.
Yeah, it's all it was.
We had to wear them over on plane. We have no bags. We had to carry all of our gear.
Yeah, they had to be wearing women's reading glasses. Why do all foreign guys have women's reading glasses on? Literally,
Old guys in general. Old guys in general, when they get to the point where
Yeah,
they need
dude.
readers, they don't give a fuck. They just walk into CVS, blindly grab whatever's there.
Yeah.
They're gonna have 7 of them. They're not to their prescription. It's a guy who never had glasses that can't like just give in and be like, I need to go get glasses. It's funny now to see like kids when I was growing up, like their dads that I was like, oh, that's like the tough dad. Oh, he's like the scary dad. I heard shit about him.
Yeah.
It's funny to see them now and be like, hold on, I got to get my readers out to
Yeah.
pay at Wawa.
but even the dads, they act, like you said, they act like it's like an indictment on. Like they're like getting glasses is some hoe shit.
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
honey,
I'm going to get purple ones.
honey, give me your
Yep.
Guess brand glasses. I need to read this text. Oh, another one of my friends died because that's all that happens to me now.
I need to read this text where the text is already the
Yeah.
size of the screen.
And you're just looking. You're like, how the fuck do you have a BlackBerry? there's no service to
You're
them
still
anymore.
rocking a trackball?
What do you want me to use? A blueberry? Come on, son, knock it off.
Hey, Matt, you can put that in your act.
Hey, you
can
can
have
put that one of your skits.
I got a lot of you could put that in your act last night at my fun surprise gig. At
Yeah, how about
got to
that?
do a wedding.
How'd
Stand
that
up at
go?
a wedding.
What the crap?
So I prefaced it when the guy asked me if I could do it. It's a guy that I used to work with, I'm friendly with, and he said he's like, we're doing like a low key wedding. We want to make it our own. So like, we both love stand up. Would you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, I'm in. And then after I said I was in, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna suck. This
Yeah.
is gonna be painful. It's gonna not go well. So then I texted him back and I was like, hey, if you want, I could bring like 1 or 2 other comics and we can all just do short time, but then you can get like a couple people.
Yeah.
And he immediately wrote back, no, we just want to do one
Yeah.
comic. Are you in? I was like, all right, I'll do it. Fuck it. It's gonna be fun. He didn't at that point. He didn't offer to pay, but I kind of knew he was gonna pay me. Just a good dude.
Yeah.
So I like started trying to figure out what I was gonna do. I talked to them, and they were like, "Look, you can just come. We just want you to come in, do your act, and you're good. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you want to do." So then I like tried to write some jokes for it. You and I went over like a couple.
Yeah.
They went well. So like went up, did the joke about the best man. Like it's just a title, not to bury the joke that it's kind of fun now. On camera, we'll get it. I hand this joke back to you, Matt.
Thanks.
Because you pretty much just wrote, I was like, this is a good premise. And then you wrote the entire joke. And we're like, I mean, if you want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I could see in your eyes, you're like, God damn it. Why did I just give him that?
I know. It's the only
But
joke I've ever written.
it did go well. And it's almost like I test ran it for you.
I appreciate it.
It wasn't in a comedy room.
Yeah,
So
my
technically
little-
wasn't
my little
stealing
lab
comedy.
rat.
Just us being writing buds.
Writing butts. Getting,
So anyway,
getting
back
jokes
to,
down.
So the wedding, I went after the matron of honor went first, and she nailed it. She had a good speech. Like it was so hard to not slip into doing Brendan Donegan's joke about
Steal it, dude.
I should have.
Not a show. What's he gonna do? We'll beat him
I know.
up. He's
You
littler
know
than
what?
we
Fuck
are.
you, Donnie. I'm taking all your
Yeah,
jokes.
could put on YouTube Shorts, dude.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Love you, man.
The only thing short about you is you. Anyway.
Yeah, you could have more jokes like
Take
that.
that joke. Yeah, you can have that one. But no, because like I did want to get up there and like say like those were great toasts. Usually toasts are like this.
Yeah.
But then I was like in the back of my head, I was like, it's too close. So I did. I just went up and like talked about that, and then kind of just went into my set, and it went well.
Yeah.
There were some kids there, so that was weird.
Ugh.
But one of the kids ended up being like the best setup man for when I was doing my closer New York Jets joke. I start giving like details, and I was like, yeah, did you see they start canceling team names? And immediately a little kid sitting on his dad's lap, he's like 7 years old. He's like, yeah, the Redskins. And I was like, see, little man knows exactly what's going on.
Look, racist.
I so badly wanted to go into that. Be like, yeah, he wanted to keep it. That he wanted to make it worse. But then I just shifted into like, I was like, all right, I'm out of the woods here. You're already like, it went great. Like the set was going good. It's just like any other thing. I kept locking eyes with I think it was the father of the bride or of the groom, and he just didn't look like he wanted to be there at all.
True.
And then me doing comedy, he just was. It's like the whole room can be laughing. You're gonna find that guy.
And he wasn't laughing or having any type of fun.
Finally, I think toward the end, he started to lighten up. So I was like, all right, I'm feeling good. Like, and then he told me, he's like, and if you want, like at the end, he's like, just do your closer, and then we're gonna go right in. Like you're the last thing, and we're going right into the party.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, so just get everybody like hyped up. And I was like, all right. So like at the end, it was great because it was like big laugh, and I hit the closing line. I said fentanyl, and everyone went, oh my God, my uncle died of that.
Oh yeah, the Redskins.
Everyone got the joke all at once, and it was a good laugh. And I was like, all right, you guys ready to do it?
Let's
and
do it.
They're like, what? I'm like, the rest of the wedding, am I right? And I look at the groom. He's like, eating. He's like, dude, I don't know. I'm like, all right, Ben, take it away. And I'm like, somebody take this fucking mic out of my hand. Like, I'm looking, and finally one of the guys in the band just like puts his hand out like, come on, I got you.
You're like a fool.
Incredible band. It was a 2-piece band, and they were one of the ones where they were so good that you would be like talking to somebody and you'd forget that it's not a DJ. Like, you'd be like, oh man, that sounds just like the exact Billy Joel song.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, wait, that's them just doing this incredibly.
Oh, that's
You'd
sick.
think for a second, you're like, oh, they must have just switched to a DJ. Just two guys, and they kept trading back and forth. One would play piano, one would play drums, and then they'd swap. And then, like, one would play guitar, one would play piano.
Oh, they're
and
showing
they just
off.
rotated. Fucking incredible.
Yeah,
though.
that's pretty sick.
Having me do a good 15 minutes
Yeah.
and then watch them do... I stayed for like an hour afterwards just talking to some of the people I knew there, and they were just ripping.
Yeah,
for
that's
an
tough.
hour and a half straight, probably 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I just went up and talked about having a kid.
Yeah, people were watching, impressed by them. You're like, remember when I made you laugh, though? That was, you probably needed that, huh? You don't need to listen to this crap.
Afterwards, I had the like essential. I was like, all right, this will be interesting. Like, will people come up and want to talk to you afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys I hadn't seen in a long time came up, and he was like, really complimentary. He's like, when Eric told me you were going to do this, I was like, he's not funny.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, it was great. Like, great stage. But I was like, oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And then one guy just came up and he was like, yo, man, I loved it. And that was all he said. And I was like, just you? Like, and I was like, I want to play along. He's like, yeah. Like, he's like, I think like, he's like, that one joke, because I have a new tag in that, the New York Jets joke where I talk about the Browns. Uh-huh. And he's like, that joke you had about the Browns in there, and Manny Santiago, I know you listen, it's not your joke.
It is, dude. It's crap.
He was like, man, I think I was the only one that got it. And I was like, well, I mean, other people laugh, man. Don't
try to connect
You realize
with me.
you're really making me feel like,
Yeah.
I just can write jokes for this weird 36-year-old guy in front of me. Like,
Yeah, in his head, he's like, he thinks he's saying something really nice to you. To be like, nobody else got it. You look like a fucking idiot up there, but man, did I understand
had it.
the
And
joke.
he was the guy that also, like, so there was a huge pillar in this bar. It's a old warehouse converted into a bar on Spring Garden Street. It's called Liquid Arts Brewing.
Right.
Pretty cool spot. But there's a huge, like, cement column that's like an obstructed view thing. And this guy was sitting the whole time, and he watched the whole show like this, just like leaning back, looking around it. And that's the guy that came up and was like, man, I'm the only one that got it. And I was like, you didn't get it enough to turn your fucking chair around?
Yeah,
dude?
that's
like,
infuriating.
You weren't enjoying the jokes enough to, I don't know, stand up and move?
You should have heckled the vows.
I got there after all that. I missed
that'd
that.
been sick, dude.
I was going to go for the whole thing. But then I was like, I'm just going to be standing around. I don't really know.
I would have went and watched the wedding, dude. That'd have watched the vows.
Well, you
do
love
topical
love.
stuff.
Well, they said that, like...
Come on, bud. I'm not even trying to laugh that
hard.
hard.
I was like, are you sure? Like, there's kids here, your parents here, you don't care what I say? And they're
Yeah.
like, no, dude, fucking let it rip.
Yeah.
So I came out and did Chris Rock's N-word bit
Yeah, it's true.
for a hot 10 minutes.
Yeah. That's a fun place. Anytime you walk into a place that kids are at, you should just be like no context. Just like, I don't think any of the kids are hot, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, that's weird. But like,
Never
no, it'd be
would,
weird if I
but,
thought
like,
they were hot.
Especially here.
If I came to you and I said the kids are hot here, then it's weird. I just
Yeah.
told you I don't think
Should
any
I
of
not
them
do
are
my
hot.
dirty shit?
Yeah.
But they were like, oh no, the woman who got ordained and like married them, they're like, she even slipped in a joke and it was like, Eric, I bet you've been waiting to put your finger in it. And then she said it by accident, talking about the ring.
Oh,
And
wow.
then everyone was like, "Oh, all right." So I was
Oh,
like,
no.
all right, cool. Well, that lady is the loser of the night. I just have to
Oh,
go up there
dear
and not
God.
put my foot in my mouth." So I did, and it went well. I was happy. It was so I can check off now NFT event comedian.
Yeah, you've been waiting for that one for
wedding
some time.
comedian. I can check that off.
Yeah.
What other weird? We've both done backyard comedy, backyard barbecues.
That one was a
where
good
we're the
time.
only white fellas in the crowd.
That was
and the
sick,
whole
dude.
setup.
What a novelty we were.
I think he's running them back again. Damn, look at me. Talking
Yo,
about
dude.
backyard all black barbecue show, and I'm like, he's running that thing back.
the lingo.
Yeah,
Old Lingo Montag,
It's
dude.
lit.
That's good. Well, I mean, we were the only white guys there. I was at a bar last night that was only white folks. Bar fight. Got to see a bar fight for the first time in a while. I missed a good bar fight.
White guy bar fight. Also a great band name.
The only thing better than a white guy bar fight is a two Italian woman bar fight.
Ooh.
Just two
Wait,
thick-bodied
what age?
Italian
What
broads.
age? Because Italian women,
You know they're both
they
42.
age like fine wine that you spilled on the floor.
They aged like leather. They looked bad and they smelled like every perfume in Macy's. They were just two, obviously 42, 43-year-old Italian women. You couldn't see
That's
the
when they
fight
start
build
to
up.
turn too. They start to pickle
Yeah.
in their early 40s.
Yeah, dude, they were
Yeah, life
digging.
really starts to pickle the rind.
they were whopping over there,
There's a
dude.
couple pickled meatballs bobbing around the bar.
No, it wasn't very Jersey Shore what they were getting into, but they fucking started yelling at each other.
Were they both named Tina?
Well, the one chick was like 6'9", dude. It was just like I couldn't believe how big this woman was, dude.
Yeah.
And then the other girl
There
was
was
just a tiny
there
little
was a
meatball.
tall broad at the wedding. We can
Really?
get back
Did you
into that.
punch her in the head? Because
No,
you can't.
man.
You
I
can't
was-
hit girls like
I
a
was
man.
scared of her and her man.
Yeah.
Her man's.
She's big, little WNBA.
Their dance moves were so sexual,
Yeah.
but they each just had one move they did over and over, and they just looked like they were both gonna come on the dance floor.
Yeah,
dude.
and you're like-
to the point where I was like, everybody was like, "Damn, we gotta step it up."
You gotta step it up, dude. And
I was like, I
none.
gotta go home and make another kid.
I gotta go make a kid. And none of the kids here are hot, by the way. I cannot
Yeah,
stress
I just
that
wanna,
enough.
Again,
I
I
don't
want to
think.
reiterate. I know I opened with that, but I'm gonna also close with
Like
it.
you
too.
might look at that sexy one over there and think he's hot. I don't see it at all. But these two women start fighting in the bar, and it's a fight where like you could tell it was starting to build up. So guys start to stand in between. Guys love standing between women fights. Just be like,
Yeah.
guys, come on, look, Tina, this isn't you, babe. This isn't you, babe.
I think this is a good pat on my own back that I've never dated a woman where I had to break up
yeah, me
her
either.
in a fight.
Yeah, no way.
Now, I will say, in my early 20s, that was like the girls I wanted to date because you're like, oh, it's the fiery girl. That's the crazy.
Yeah.
Look, the way she knocked that girl's teeth out.
Yep.
What do you think she's going to do when we get back home?
Plus, if she loses, you have to make love to the other girl.
Right.
You're her man for the night. You go, look, she won my honor. What am I to do? What am I to do? But these two big burly big bitches.
Oh, there were some hefty broads.
Some dudes stand in between, and they're Brewers guys, so they put on the fucking finest.
Oh, it was right next door.
It was right next door, dude. They were getting their mitts on, and I see two
That's
ice
a tight
cups.
bar. That's not an easy bar to fight.
No,
in.
they were fighting in close
That's like
quarters.
fighting in a
it was
phone
it was a
booth.
cage match, dude. It was instead of China, it was just Sicily. And they were fucking. The one girl throws the cup, then another cup goes, and then there's like yelling, and then there's they had longer reach because they have 8-inch fucking nails, all of them. So they were
Yeah.
kind of making a little bit of contact.
So it was a little Wolverine action in the middle.
Just a lot of barking. There was a couple. I think one punch kind of came over top, and then some guy who just only lifts because he's 5'6" was
Yeah.
able to kind of like stop them.
It's
for the
so
most
great
part.
to know that they're just fighting over some South Jersey douchebag.
Yeah, literally, there was like I don't think
It's
there's
just a
any
guy
context.
named Eric that fucked both of them at some point in the past month.
Yeah, they're just fighting on who has more of
They
a nursing
should
degree.
both be beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, really, very
Instead,
honestly.
like,
He's like, I love you both.
fuck you, Eric. You're a bad guy.
Yeah, Eric, straight up, dude. I'm looking down the barrel of the gun. I don't fear you.
Damn.
But yeah,
good to know
sick
that-
fight. And then everybody was like, we should leave. And I was like, what are you guys, absolutely out of your goddamn minds? We just saw a fight.
Yeah, there might be another one.
Although I
there
didn't
might be
go
an aftershock.
I didn't go to the next bar, and Zach told me that there was 2 more fights at the next bar, and it was at Shalene's Pub.
Oh yeah.
It was at Shalene's
I
Pub.
love Shalene's.
So we went from Wops fighting to a couple fucking mix getting thrown
The
down.
best part is you can watch two locals just duke it out on the dance floor while you're still eating a roast beef sandwich
Yeah.
at like 12:30 at night.
Yep.
On a Saturday. I haven't been there in forever.
I went on
It's
a date
so
there
great.
right after college, and
You were
the girl
telling
was
me
like,
that.
why are they carving a pig? And I was like, if you don't cut it out, you will be getting carved because that's a beautiful scene.
You're up next.
Yeah. When
You
this-
like that heat lamp?
This date is over. We're fighting in the bar.
Damn, I would never have taken a date to Shalene's.
Look, I wasn't fired up about it myself, but I was
Yeah.
21.
Oh, true. When you're 21, that is. You were. I don't think I was going out on dates at 21. I just went to the bar.
I got 2 words for you, dude. Romance.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Do you even talk to me about romance?
Dude, if I would have took you on a date to see that movie Smile today, I would have got right in your pants if I ever
Damn.
wanted to, dude.
Should we start going on movie dates instead of going
Sure.
to lunches?
That would be good, where we can't talk to each other.
Yeah.
That's the worst
all
kind of
for
date.
it.
Taking a girl on a movie date.
Let's
where
go on
you
a
just
movie
can't
date
speak.
this Friday. I think I'm in town.
No, you're not.
All right.
Maybe we got shows. We're working comics. Can't
I
forget
do
about
have a
that,
show.
dude.
I'll be at Crick, coming on the Crick Friday night.
Yeah, I think I might have cut ties with them. I don't think they're too thrilled.
I think they cut ties with you.
It's hard to say. I mean, who would have thought they'd be upset that if you make fun of their venue and the food every time you do their show, they're going to be like, all right, this sucks. You're done.
You do have that one bit about how the guy who runs it sucks.
No, I'm just kidding. Hey, please book me. You guys paid pretty decent.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Who
It's
gives
also
a
a
hell?
fun show.
It is a fun show.
Who doesn't love a good catered meal?
I do like a catering
I worked.
meal.
Did you ever work at a catering hall? That was my first job.
Nah, I never understood the concept of it.
Go on.
Well, the ladies wear suits. Why do they always make the ladies wear suits at catering halls?
It might be the first job where it's gender neutral, fully gender neutral, but they do it by making the ladies be men.
Yeah.
But then it was always, because it was tricky, because like I dated one of the girls that I worked with at the catering hall.
Yeah.
I was like 16. I was a young pup.
Little boy.
And it was interesting because like leaving there, we would go, like she would pick me up and like we'd go work like a wedding on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And we'd go back to her house and hang out, but like we would stop and like go get food and we were just in a matching uniform.
Oh, God.
But it would be like watching teammates kiss.
Oh, yeah, it would, baby. That rules.
Yeah.
Little
But
Joe
it was,
Paterno act.
I was a bad boy at the catering hall.
Okay, please, let's hear that.
That's my first album,
Well,
Catering Hall
by
Bad
the way,
Boy.
hey, there's the title. That's
Catering Hall Bad Boy.
Catering Hall Bad Boy.
I was a bad boy at the catering hall. That was when Johnny Punk Rock was like starting to come out. I started growing my hair out.
All right, I'm furious.
And I was they would put you on hors d'oeuvres, and they were like, well, you can't serve hors d'oeuvres if you have long hair. And I was like, what about all the women that you're making dress like men?
Yeah.
That are serving hors d'oeuvres in a bow tie. They have long hair.
Yeah.
But my hair wasn't long enough to like pull back in a ponytail or anything.
Dude, if you were in a ponytail.
They're just like, so what are you going to do? I was like, well, I'm going to keep growing my hair out because I'm 16. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need this.
And I look sick as fuck. Heard of it?
Yeah. I need enough money to not do anything. I don't spend money. I'm 16.
Now, do you guys want to see a kickflip or not?
Yeah.
It's like a waste of time.
Can I get back to huffing whippets in the walk-in freezer or not? So I was like, well, what are we going to do here? And the guy's like, well, I don't know. You're going to have to go wash dishes. And I was like, cool. Can I not cut my hair? He's like, yeah. I was like, do I get paid less? He's like, no, you paid the exact same amount. I was like, I don't have to wear a fucking tuxedo?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you're checking all the boxes for me. So he put me back in, they put me, a just 16-year-old kid, couldn't grow like a single facial hair, but had hair down to here.
Yeah.
With just an ex-con.
Yeah.
And like he started off by saying like, hey, I'm Dave, the ex-con. And he was just like, anyway, here's the squirty thing you spray the dishes with, and you push them into this box. Sometimes the box gets jammed up. Don't let the box get jammed up. And then he would just go smoke cigarettes, and I would have to wash all the dishes.
Did you ever have cool conversations with him?
Oh yeah, he would just like on the inside conversations, like
Yeah.
just oh yeah, I remember when I was locked up. I'm like, oh, I have an algebra test tomorrow.
You're like talking about, I have a crush on this girl. And he's like,
Yeah.
I once fucked a guy because I couldn't have sex with a woman for 2 weeks. Holy shit. Okay. All right. Well,
But I made him say, while I was doing it, I made him say, I'm a girl.
I'm a girl. I'm the girl. I'm a pretty girl. So that's what you got to do, John. You got to have these guys tell you they're pretty girls.
Also, hold my pocket while you wash those coffee cups.
And he's like, now let me see one of those kick flips. Dude, how much
Let me see one of these
integrity-
kick flips I've been hearing all these about.
That was also what you called when you fuck a guy. You kick flipped him. You kick flipped him to a beautiful
He's
girl.
like, no, I would walk in, kick him, flip him, and
Yeah,
fuck
and I
him.
sucked his Tony cock. Come on, guys, enough's enough. Cut the crap, dude. When
He'd
you
be
were
like, are you going to do it? And I'd be like, I'm Rodney Mullen. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not giving you the whole thing. You're only getting a half pipe.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been drinking. Maybe you need to get a quarter pipe.
I got fired from this place 3 years ago. The
Let's
boss
keep
doesn't know
doing
I'm
this.
here. I can't believe you've never talked
And
about
she
hanging
was like,
with
are
an
you going to
ex-con.
come? And I was like, it's impossible.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
I
one.
was talking skateboarding last night at the wedding.
Oh, with who? The kids?
Just one of my buddies there. He's like one of my buddies who literally, he's like me. Like he would get into a new hobby every like 6 months, but he would get very, very good at all of them.
Yeah.
And I just get into it and I get moderately okay at
Mm-hmm.
it. And we were talking about the Tony Hawk documentary where Rodney Mullen's in it.
Yeah.
What actually brought it up is we were talking about Love on the Spectrum. No one has watched that, I realize.
What?
Have you seen Love on the Spectrum?
Oh
You're
my
going
God,
on
dude,
tonight.
it's
You're
the
gonna watch all
greatest
3
film.
seasons. It's 3 seasons of just autistic people dating in Australia for the first season, for the first 2, and the U.S. for the third. It's incredible, and it is educational. I'll say, like, I didn't know there was 53-year-old autistic dudes out there in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a staple out there.
It's a cool group of kids.
But that's what brought it up because we were talking about like people that were probably never went diagnosed as autistic because of their age. Like, they're just high functioning. And one of the people I said was, I was like, I bet you Rodney Mullen is like partially autistic just because he's so laser focused. I bet you like a lot of dedicated professional athletes. Like Tom Brady has a real on the spectrum thing to him, but he's like high functioning, high end.
Yeah, it's like the savantism of it. Yeah, it kind
much.
of resonates in different ways.
So that's what brought up Rodney Mullen and then skateboarding. I was also talking, I stopped into Zoomies the other day.
Oh, that's a brutal sentence from a 36-year-old dude. You do find kids hot.
You know I like to wear skate shoes. I'm a skate shoe bad boy.
True.
I used to wear them at the catering hall, I think. And I was at the mall. I bought my daughter a Phillies hat or Eagles hat to go along with mine. Yeah. Which video watcher? I have one on. You can see that now.
That's a lot of fun.
Matt's
I love the
rocking
Oakland
his
A's.
favorite Oakland A's
Dude,
hat.
go A's. I love my A's. What they're doing this year, brothers.
All of them. Name someone from the A's organization history ever.
Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill.
Damn it, we already did this joke.
Oh, did we really?
Yeah,
did.
we did.
Well,
so I stopped in Zoomies.
You get what you pay for.
I think it was Zoomies. That's the one in the Cherry Hill Mall, right?
They're all over, dude.
No, but the one in the Cherry Hill Mall is a Zoomies, I'm pretty sure, right? Across from...
The Zoomies in the mall, Cherry Hill Mall is Zoomies.
That is a Zoomies.
Yeah,
it's not Tilly's? Okay.
No, okay, my bad.
I wasn't in a Tilly's. I was in a Zoomies. And the guy walked over, and he was just like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "New kicks for the weekend. Nothing like starting the fall out with a fresh pair of kicks." And I was like, "Hey, you're right, man."
No.
Yes, younger man, that is. And he was like, "What do you got on there?" "Classic Van slip-ons. Can't go wrong with those." And I was like, "I know." And that was like,
dude, you are a conversation savant, dude.
Crushing it. Then I leaned out.
I know.
And I realized that halfway through, I was like, oh, I haven't just spoken because of the pandemic and shit. Like, I go around mostly with headphones on all the time. I think I even had them in at this point, but like muted them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't just leaned in and just talked to a random person in public in a long time. So I was like, fuck it. Me and this guy are going to talk skate shoes. I'm not going to buy anything.
You have that in you. I cannot fathom that.
And it was really fun because then we started getting into, they had like those, the Globe and the DVS with the fat tongue.
Yeah.
They still sell those. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I was like, people are still wearing those. I was like, when I used to try to skate, like guys weren't even wearing those as much anymore.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, man. He's like, some people like still skate in them, but mostly it's just like fat dudes love wearing them.
That rules.
And I was like, I'm so glad I leaned into this conversation because this guy rules. And I think
he's trying to sell you stuff.
No, but
they work on commission.
I kind of put off the vibe of like, because I was holding, it's the Nike Cron, and it's just like a white shoe, gum sole, blue swoosh on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want this one, but it's like in an older colorway they don't make anymore. It's tough to find. The guy's like, oh yeah, we can never find that. And I was like, I'm probably not getting anything today. And then we just kept talking. So then he like dropped his guard. And I think at that point he was also just like, yeah, I'll talk shoes with this old dude.
Nah, dude.
So then we started talking about
fell in
like,
love with the stripper.
No, we started talking about like Bucky Lassick and like good old skaters. And then he was even like saying like, oh, if you go back and watch like Dave Mira used to ride in Tony Hawk's shoes and all this shit. And he's like, teaching me about skate shoes. And I finally was just like, all right, man. Well, hey, have a great day.
Damn, you got to cut the conversations.
Yeah. And I'd love to see him just walk back and be like, I just got blue balled so bad.
Oh, so you were the stripper.
This old autistic guy came out.
You were the stripper all along, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, that guy liked me better than the other
I'm the stripper,
ones.
but I made him dance on me.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Then he started listening to your prices, and he's like, I can't afford that.
And then I walked out, my head held high, and he walked back, and he was like, yo, this old autistic dude
I was gonna say, yeah, John
just came in, and they're like, oh, is that John? Yeah, he comes here every Friday.
John on the spectrum. Yeah. You're a ghoul to him, dude.
He's
you
never
going to
buy anything. Dude, he just goes home and he buys it on Amazon.
You're a vision. I just thought that guy John hasn't been in here in 30 years.
The new smile, too.
I can't believe you sought out conversation. That's crazy, dude.
I did. I leaned in.
I cannot imagine.
Why
Anytime
not?
I go into stores, I don't want to speak.
No, I usually hate the people. And this guy, and he was a young, cooler guy. I feel like it's going to be hit or miss. You go into like a store like Zoomies. I'm obviously too old for that store.
Maybe.
I don't skate anymore also.
You don't shred anymore, true?
I haven't since I was like 13. I haven't shredded at all.
I got a board in there if you want to revamp.
I got one in the garage hanging on the wall.
Dude, just you and I should go skate around town,
We should be
dude.
skate guys. We should be like McCusker getting to tech decks.
Yeah, I would, and that way I could hurt myself and not have to
Remember
do
the
things.
tech bikes too? Did you have one of those?
No, dude, I was getting poon.
Were you?
No.
All right.
Fuck. The convict
No, 'cause
never.
I didn't have a tech deck bike.
My convict never taught me how to get pussy. Just teaching prison meals. Sorry about that. I don't mean to talk about the convict too much. I don't mean to bring him up too much, dude.
Wait, who?
The gentleman you worked with at the catering home.
Oh, yeah. I wish I remembered his name.
He's
know.
certainly dead.
Do you ever have a fun coworker? Like
No.
that you never had one?
I'm trying to think. My
You've had
funnest
this
coworker.
job since you got out of college, right? This is your life.
I mean, both my coworkers have been my mom and then my dad. So I don't know.
fun people.
I don't know if you could tell that by everything about me, but yeah, I've worked with my parents my whole life, so that should be pretty cut and dry. I'm trying. I mean, working as a camp counselor, you just hung out with people who didn't give a fuck about kids, whose sole responsibility was to care about kids.
Yeah.
Like you would get in there, and I would just like watch people get like violently high.
Well, it's weird now too. Like the kids that you probably counseled are probably like adults now.
Yeah, I see him around.
I had that because I used to work at
See,
summer.
one of the kids I counseled was like, this fucking weirdo talked about skate shoes at my job for like an hour the other day. I was like, dude, leave me alone.
You were like, oh shit, I heard that guy's got a podcast, and then you gave him a magnet.
And he kept telling me, he's like, I don't think you're hot. And I was like, I get it, dude. It's fine. That's all good. It's not a big deal.
He kept saying something about he's got to tell giggles at a wedding tonight.
You can call them giggles. No, but I mean,
He
the kids
kept
are
saying,
probably,
hey, can I run this bit by you?
Yeah, that's true. No, I mean, it was just like people get high, and then kids would come up and be like, I'm having like a pretty awful allergic reaction. They'd be like, shit. That was the extent of the childcare.
Maybe we're all just having an allergic reaction. You know what I'm saying?
when you
They
actually
get
think
real
about it.
deep about it. He's like,
Yeah.
no, I need an EpiPen.
He's like, my tongue is so big it can't fit in my mouth right now. I need your
He
help.
stung my eyeball.
You're the only grown up I trust in the immediate vicinity.
Ours was so mine was like a summer camp. You worked while you were in college. You would come back and work like the
Yeah.
summer rec program, but nobody. It wasn't really like a big drug crowd, but we all boozed every night together.
Yeah.
and would just come in violently hungover. So like, my job was just just sweating vodka, like shitty vodka out of my system.
Yeah.
to just drill people's kids in the face with dodgeballs.
Yeah.
That was our job. And like, I knocked a kid's tooth out one time.
Uh-huh.
He walked up and he was like, Mr. John, someone knocked my tooth out. And I was like, oh, I know. Can you believe that? But headshots don't count, buddy. So you're still in. Like, get back out there. It was like, we constantly had to do that thing. Like when like you're the big brother and you like hurt your little brother and you're like, no, you can hit me. You can hit me. Just don't tell mom.
Don't tell mom.
We had to do that constantly
Don't
because
tell
they
our
would
boss.
run and tell the head counselor, or they'd go home and be like, a counselor drilled me in the face with a soccer ball.
Yeah,
today
but I
and
mean, the
knocked my
parents,
tooth out."
it was in a rough area, so the parents were like, "You're in camp." Like some of the parents had
Yeah.
no idea what the kids were doing
Oh,
whatsoever.
really?
Oh, it was. I mean, but it was sick.
The Y, right? That's
Kids
where I
ruled,
did karate.
dude. I had like some of the kids there were the sickest dudes of all time.
Yeah.
I tell it, it's in my act, but there really is a true story where a kid was in the corner of of our lunchtime, and he was just like holding something, and I walked because I knew he was fucking out of his mind, but he was the dude. He ruled. He would be like, we're playing dodgeball, and he's like, I'm not fucking playing dodgeball. And I'm like, you said it with conviction, you can sit down. He was sitting in the corner, and I could tell he was holding something. And I walked over, I was like, dude, what do you have? And he was holding a feather, and he held it to me, and he's like, I'm gonna eat it. I was like, don't eat it. And then he fucking takes it and then kind of like gags on it, and he swallowed it whole.
Was it just like a pigeon feather?
It was like a half of a pigeon feather that he was holding, and he's just, I have to eat it.
I have to eat it.
And I was like, well,
these
look,
voices
dude.
in my head. They're telling me eat it or shoot up this YMCA.
Who am I to get in the way of you, dude? I used to like skateboard, and I get it. People
Look.
like things,
Yeah.
but you can't eat feathers.
Can't have you eaten feathers.
And he's-
You get one. All right, I'm gonna let you have one.
Yeah.
Get it out of your system.
Oh, dude, it was the wildest. And I was with like 10-year-old, 11-year-old kids.
Yeah.
So they're transitioning out of disliking girls into being like, this girl thing's pretty sick, dude. So they come over like, aren't girls dumb whores? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. And he's
Totally.
like, why do they mean everything to me? I'm
Why
like,
do I cry at night when I have a boner?
look, dude, I'm trying to figure it out myself, to be honest with you.
You guys run into each other now, and you're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a good match, like a match of like a 19-year-old drunk college kid and a 9-year-old kid, because you're both the same person.
Oh, dude, I talk about it all the time now. Raising a kid is just relearning morals.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, you can't do that because this. And I'm like, oh, right, because then I would be a bad person. I
Yeah.
should stop lying to my friends. Okay.
Okay,
All
fair.
right, cool. I'm figuring it out. Like, but yeah, like that too. You're just relearning shit but
Yeah.
through teaching them pin guard.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun if you're like, I've been shitting myself for 10 years. I had my daughter, and I was like, oh yeah, I can't do that.
Oh, I have to stop doing
That's
that.
wrong. That's wrong.
Wipe away from the junk. Okay?
I got, my wife has to wipe. My wife has to wipe me. My wife has to wipe me. Come on, dude. What the hell can you do about it?
We don't need a soundboard. We got it.
We are the soundboard,
The
dude.
control. Here's the problem. Now that we don't have the mighty Apple computer out with our USB mics,
Yeah.
we have no clue. How long are we running over there?
Oh yeah, I didn't even
Should have
realize.
started a timer. 51
Holy shit.
minutes. Holy shit. All right.
Holy absolute crap.
Glad I remembered.
No,
All right,
dude.
10 minutes. What do you want to talk about?
I'll tell you some tales if you want to hear some
What
damn
kind of
tales.
tales? I'm trying. Do I have any tales to report? What's happened to me?
Went into Center City, Philadelphia, and this is actually kind of similar to the point where basically the fucking past. I walked in and I saw a Thrasher hoodie,
They're everywhere.
and I didn't buy it. This is the first time I've felt that I'm getting a little older, that I'm
Yeah.
aging a little bit. Still a young, sexy, hot guy,
yeah.
but I was like, I probably can't wear a Thrasher hoodie. I think I'd look a little silly.
I think everyone in a Thrasher hoodie looks silly at this point. I
You
know
really
it's
think
a
so?
thing, but it's the same thing as like kids wearing Nirvana shirts now that were born 7 years after Kurt Cobain died, and they don't know any Nirvana.
Dude, I'll tell you, if I see a kid wearing a Nirvana shirt, it makes me want to blow my brains out.
Yeah, if I listen to Nirvana, it makes me want to. I fucking hate Nirvana.
Dude, I mean, that's what Kurt Cobain was saying. He's like,
Yeah.
God, I can't listen to this shit,
You think
dude. I'm
that's
going
what
to
it
blow
was?
my fucking
Damn,
brains
Kurt
out.
Cobain was just the biggest denier of Nirvana. He's like, don't you guys hear how much this sucks?
They're like,
That's
yeah.
how we're gonna go out. We become really big with this podcast, but you and I just hate it so
Yeah,
much.
dude. It's all they all got inspired. He blew his brains out. Fucking Dave Grohl saw two Mexican guys fighting, and he's like, look at these Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters. Wait a minute. That's not fun.
I gotta call up my blonde friend.
Hopefully he doesn't die untimely
Hopefully he lives for the next 26 years.
and not a second longer. Oh, that was
Hopefully
sad.
he teaches his son how to drum so that he can make everyone in their 30s cry with
Yeah.
a quick snippet on Instagram.
That one got me too,
Yeah.
dude. That was a nice
I
little
think
video.
you sent that in our group chat, didn't you?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, man. I've been hit. I was talking about this today. I was on, check out Drag the Lake with Andy Malfrena and Pat George.
Don't watch it.
No, watch it because I was on it. It's my second time. It's a pretty cool concept. They just have you on to talk about like a band or an album, and then when they put it on Spotify, because you can just interlace Spotify music with
Yeah.
the podcast, so they'll cut to like you'll be listening to you talk about. We did the Wonder Years band from Philly, so they'll have like I think how it works is they'll do a little bit of the audio, and then it plays a track by them, and then it goes back to our conversation,
Yeah.
and then it plays a track, and then it goes back to our conversation to close it out. I'm pretty sure it's how it works.
Okay.
Pretty cool concept. Why was I talking about it?
No idea.
Something I had in there.
They're
What were you talking about? Thrasher? You were talking about
Davey
Thrasher?
Grohl and his-
Dave
Dave-
Grohl.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're
Yeah.
getting there. I don't know.
Hot Kids? Not Hot Kids? Gross.
No, we were talking about Dave Grohl, Taylor Hawkins. All right, I lost it.
Well, luckily we
Well,
got
sorry,
it on
there you
video.
go. Drag Lake. You just made me forget my train of thought.
Dude,
It was all your fault, not anything else that made me forget things. Go on, man.
All right. Well, while I was in Philadelphia, we just went in the city on Friday, just boozed our little faces off.
Ooh.
Because my dame was doing Sober October. This is September 30th. She's like, I'm doing Sober October.
I love
it's
that
happening.
people
This is the
pile it
time.
on the last night.
Then it's Saturday night, October 1st. She's going to hang out with her friends. It's her friend's birthday. And she gets there. We hung out right before we got dinner. Then she gets in there, and I got a text like 20 minutes later that's just like, I'm sorry, I'm having a beer. I was like, it's day one. But that rules, dude.
She caved already?
But it wasn't like I just want to have a drink
What
so
a
bad.
failure.
Yeah, she fucking. It was. It wasn't like a. She wanted one so bad. It was kind of like I can't not drink on my friend's birthday.
It's weird. I've had to, because I went September without drinking, and I'm going to go October as well. And it is
Unbelievable.
weird because you never realize those like quick urge moments where you always drank. You never gave it a second thought.
Yeah.
But now if you're trying to not, you're like, oh no, I can't. And then your brain's like, but you want to.
But you
You're
like that kind of stuff.
like, but I can't because I gave it up. And it's like your brain's like, yeah, but like you still want to. Like
Yeah.
you want to do it. So I mean, when you want to do things, you usually do them. So you should probably just drink. And
Yeah.
then you're like, right, I probably should just drink.
I should just
and
drink.
then something in there is like, no, remember you made a promise to just yourself.
Yeah, but it's like I never keep those things.
My
I'm gonna
liver's
drink.
like, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna drink a lot and then drive home as fast as I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on good music.
Great music. Drive home so fast.
It is. I'm relearning how to like interact. That's why I'm having conversations with people in public now.
Oh, I had to
I
talk.
got booze out of my system.
You are fully John on the spectrum.
32 days sober.
Yeah, you're a new guy. You look
Yeah.
glowing.
I mean, that's because I've been exfoliating a lot.
Have you been taking care of your skin?
I've always taken care of my skin. You know that. I'm hydrated and I have a regimen.
Hey, shut up. I don't want to hear anything about your damn
It is
regimen.
fun. I do get it a lot where like, because I start my set off by saying I'm 36 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot, like it's mostly comics that come up to me and they're like, fuck you, you're 36? And I'm
Yeah.
like, and it's usually someone who's like 38 and they're like, fuck, I thought you were like in your 20s. I'm like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And it's like
they're lying.
skincare.
I still
Skincare
get.
and good lighting.
I think if I ever watched you do a skincare routine, I would stop being friends with you.
It's not a routine. I just like to exfoliate some dead skin off my face. You don't exfoliate?
No, I do. I take care of the skin a little bit, but the idea of rubbing things into your face is just like a
I
wild
wash
thing.
my face with two different things. That's
Watching one of your dogs rub cream on his face.
I don't rub cream on my
You
face. I
rub
don't go that
cream on
far.
your face.
I've
dude.
never.
Ew, John
I've
rubs
only a
cream
couple
on his
times
face.
rubbed creams on my face.
All right,
I do go
various
with like a
creams.
lotion. I go with a lotion sometimes if I'm a little dry in the winter months.
And where do you put it?
On my face.
And how do you do it?
Damn it is creamy.
You lotion-y boy, dude.
I do only lotion my face.
Great. Didn't know we were on a cream cast now, dude.
Yeah. It is funny though because it's something where like skincare should be taught to suburban white kids because they are just. I just got wrecked by acne, and I think that's why like having bad acne for like most of high school and like it coming back in college because like baseball I'd always get it. It made me like I'm like I can't be 38 years old and like violent acne.
Yeah,
So-
no, the skin stuff is, but like, if you want to do skincare, I mean, I had friends in college, genuine kids who were like, I don't wash my ass because it's gay if I touch my butthole.
It's insane.
It's like, well, that makes sense how you smell. Because you smell
a lot
like
of
your
things
ass
are
smells.
starting to make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, listener, just learn how to shower. If I can teach you
listener,
anything.
Just wash that creamy little ass for us. Just wash that thing up.
I love showers.
Do you really? You want to go take one after this? Knock a quick
Working
one
from
out?
home, I'll just be sitting there and like, because like some days I don't have to be on like camera or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there and it's like midday. I'm like, all right, I could keep working. I could take a nap. I'm like, I'm just going to take like a 20-minute shower.
It does. Yeah.
Just stand there. It's a fresh start. I started hitting the cold right at the end of the shower.
Oh my
Because
god!
I
dude,
listen
you're
to
really,
too many podcasts.
John,
of
you're
people
pushing
that have
it,
been on
dude.
Joe Rogan.
Oh my god! You run a lot of miles. You don't drink anymore, and you end with cold showers. I swear to God, you're pushing it, dude.
Kind of.
You know how much beer I have to drink to keep this podcast cool? You know how exhausting this is, dude?
I put on my waterproof shoes today to run.
Oh my God, dude. You know how many beers
In
it's
the
going to
rain.
cost me? Do you know how lopsided you're making this podcast?
You're just at a bar. You're at a bar 15 years from now, and you're just like a regular, and you're like, I didn't want to become this person.
You
This
text
fucking John Montag made me, and you just see me run by.
You text me and you're like, I went on a hike today, and I'm like, fuck, I'll do another shot.
I guess I'll get into heroin.
Come on. This is exhausting.
This is because of you. You're putting a needle in your arm.
That's a fun way to look
You
at it.
do gotta. No, you're at the right age where you can be doing what you're doing now. Like I hit the age where like I have to. You gotta not reinvent yourself, but you do start to get to the point where you're just like, oh, I should probably like
No, it's
think about longevity.
I think you have the wrong idea. Because it probably seems like I'm being a big booze hound because I drink a little bit of booze. But you're very good at texting me as soon as I'm hungover and being like, "Would you like to do this?"
Well, because I'm usually texting you like on Sunday to do the podcast, so you were out the night before.
Last night I was not going crazy wild.
Yeah, or it's like
I saw a fight. I got scared.
True.
I felt fear in my heart.
Damn, we should start fights more often.
No, we should not. Actually, that would be a cool thing you could do. So you go on a hike and then you make two big Italians fight, and then you go, all right, we'll call it even.
In
That's
the
a wash.
woods.
It's a wash.
I come across two Tinas in the woods.
Yeah, well, if you see an Italian in the woods, if you see an Italian
That's
in
like
the
a Robert
woods,
Frost
you got to make
poem.
you got to make it think you're bigger than it is. You got to go fuck yeah, like you got to scare it. You got to. If you see an Italian in the woods,
Prosciutto!
if you see a brown Italian in the woods, you have to scare it. If there's a black Italian in the woods, you have to walk away.
It's called gravy.
It's scary stuff, dude.
Damn, Italians.
Fuck them.
You Italian, Jay?
Oh, jeez. Anyway, we love Italians, dude.
I knew we had one in here.
Dude, I love
I
Italians.
just sense it.
Look,
We're like our merch says. We're when you're here, you're family.
Yes.
Italian family of honor and respect.
They have honor and respect.
I gave that magnet to Cody the other day, and even he was like, "What is this?"
Cody's like, dude, as soon as I get a fridge, it's going on there.
Cody was sitting there with a life vest on and a lit flare, and was just like, "What is this goofball shit?"
Cody's just
Actually, he was in a Star Wars bathrobe, just like you'd expect him to be on his porch. I love the man.
dude, Big Co is the man.
Cody Wright.
It's an even exchange. You gave him a magnet, and then you blew into his car for him, and then everybody got the call it a day. That'll
Speaking
do.
of calling it a day, let's call it a night. What do you got coming up?
Fuck off with all
what a
these
segue.
questions.
Hey, Johnny Segs.
Wednesday, South House Showcase, Spark Tabor, Philly's Funniest, headlining. Heard of them?
I've never heard someone just say things in a sentence. Show Thursday, South House comedy. You just
Wednesday,
became Norman.
That's not bad at talk. Wednesday at 8 p.m. at South House, the comedy showcase that James Moss runs, doing some time on that. Saturday at Black Cat Tavern in Philadelphia, Hijinks Comedy Showcase. We're doing a little time there. The 21st, Naked Brewing Company in Bristol. I used to do their Quizzo night. Now I'm doing straight comedy. And
It's not nothing about your comedy straight. Anyway, keep going.
that's, dude, can I talk to you off camera?
Yeah.
No
We gotta
more.
go around the back now.
And then we're doing a roast at the end of the month. November 4th, we're doing another roast. November 11th, I am doing Comedy on the Crick, which will be a fun thing to make fun of the food.
I'm
And
gonna
other
send him
things.
the clip of you saying I'm not working there anymore.
No, please don't, dude. And that's it. What about you, you little tiny little
I
guy?
even made one of those upcoming show things, so I can just read off of that.
Crap.
This Friday, Comedy on the Crick in Levittown. The 14th in Turnersville. So everyone that listens to this in South Jersey that says, oh, you never do comedy in South Jersey. I say this all the time. I'm doing a show in South Jersey, Turnersville at the Van Jam Comedy Show on the 14th of October. October 20th, up in Jersey City, Tag Team Champions. Sean McDonough's show up there. It's like kind of a comedy on the spot / roast battle mix type thing. You and I are in the roast battle in Harrisburg. Did you say that?
Yes.
On the 26th. And then Comedy on the Crick again on the 28th.
Wow, a fan favorite.
Yeah. And if you got a wedding and you want me to come rip a hot 11 and a half minutes and maybe make fun of one of your bridesmaids, I'm available.
He's the dog.
I'm the premier Philadelphia area wedding comic.
That's exactly right.
And you can vote on that. Matt, what do you think about voting?